My God, commitment isn't about finding the prettiest woman or the easiest woman to get along with. Commitment is about choosing a woman who touches your heart every single day of your life with you. The way you wake up, the way you relax, the way your nervous system reacts when you walk through that door. Most men don't waste years of their lives because of one bad moment. They gradually lose when they live under constant pressure, are overly cautious, and feel unappreciated. They are told they simply need to try harder. This is why choosing the right woman isn't a romantic feeling, but a strategic decision. Because when a woman enters your life, you feel empowered, more focused, and more capable. And when she disagrees with you, even love itself seems to require a great deal of effort. Today, you'll learn about 15 qualities you need in a woman and 3 qualities you should avoid. Welcome to the world of women's psychology. This video is not an attack on women, nor is it meant to blame them or claim that men are perfect. No one is perfect. However, some qualities can affect attraction, satisfaction, and emotional stability in relationships over the long term. Some women possess many of these qualities. Some strive to acquire them, while others resist them entirely. There are 3 specific qualities you should absolutely avoid to protect yourself. Let's start by telling you which one is most important. The first quality, mutual attraction. A man should be attracted to his wife. I repeat, this is more important than men realize. But men don't commit based on logic alone. They commit when there is desire. Without it, everything else seems like a huge effort. This attraction doesn't require physical perfection, but rather emotional compatibility. Her appearance might be part of it, as might the way she laughs at his jokes, the sparkle in her eyes when she's enjoying herself, or the tenderness of her body language in his presence. This attraction isn't biological. It's superficial, but it doesn't end there. A man needs to feel that his wife wants him, not just that she accepts him, but that she desires him, not just out of a sense of security. He needs to feel desired by her, to respond to her needs, and for her to feel attracted to him as a man. Mutual attraction gives the relationship the energy, strength, and intimacy that lasts beyond its beginning. Eventually, commitment without mutual interest turns into obligation, and obligation gradually kills intimacy. The second quality, respecting her. It may seem obvious, but many men end up with women they deeply dislike. If you have a respectful woman, you'll feel empowered, and she won't constantly criticize or correct you. Instead, she'll correct and praise you. She won't ridicule your efforts or belittle your achievements. Respect is evident even during disagreements. Will she remain calm and fair, avoiding personal attacks? A woman who respects you will never embarrass or put you down. Respect is the foundation of attraction. If it's lost, nothing healthy can grow. The third quality is that she notices the little good things you do, something often underestimated. Men thrive on appreciation, not just praise. A woman who values your time will notice your efforts, big and small. Taking out the trash, fulfilling her requests on time, or doing chores without being asked, all of this is incredibly important. She appreciates the little things and genuinely values your observation and appreciation. She expresses her gratitude sincerely and consistently. Ladies, when you feel appreciated, men are more willing to participate. Even if men don't attend in person, being ignored creates resentment and negative feelings. Men often feel responsible for a woman's happiness. When a woman makes a man feel this way naturally, it can be beneficial for him to commit to her. More importantly, gratitude motivates him to persevere. Disrespect and lack of appreciation are the quickest way for a man to become emotionally detached from a woman and sexually unattractive to her. The fourth quality, she admires you. A woman's genuine appreciation ignites a man's desire and inspires him to give his best. When a woman appreciates a man for who he is, she doesn't see him as someone she can change, but as a king. She makes him feel valued and worthy, and assures him that he is not rejected or unwanted. This appreciation is clearly reflected in her voice. She celebrates your achievements instead of belittling them, and she doesn't diminish your strength as a man. Her eyes sparkle with pride, and she speaks highly of you, your work, and your character. As admiration fades, attraction takes its place. Many of these qualities are equally applicable to men and women, so make sure you provide her with what she needs to be her best self. Fifth, she supports you instead of questioning your abilities. This is the kind of woman you should be looking for. She won't support you blindly or passively, but with confidence and encouragement. Let's say you've come up with a new idea, perhaps a new business venture, a career change, or a personal goal. Her first reaction won't be to question your abilities, fill the conversation with fear, or immediately point out everything that could go wrong. If she's feeling scared, ask her gentle questions and reassure her, confident in your ability to persevere, learn, adapt, and face the consequences. This support empowers and motivates a man to do more, not the other way around. Constantly questioning a man will gradually erode his self-confidence and teach him to doubt himself. Certainly, having a proven track record of success is beneficial. If not, address her concerns with empathy. Support doesn't mean agreement. It means trusting her abilities. The sixth quality, she's enjoyable to be around. This might seem obvious, but it's one of the most overlooked qualities in long-term relationships. You enjoy her company. Life is hard enough, but with her around, things seem easier. She can bring joy and peace to ordinary times. Stuck in traffic? Have a long day ahead? Are your plans falling apart? She makes things easier instead of adding to the stress. It doesn't have to be a big adventure, but if her company feels like a burden, it won't get any better over time. The seventh quality is kindness. Kindness is often underestimated. A kind woman always demonstrates it, not only when it benefits her, but also when she expects something in return. Notice how she treats others who can't offer anything, even family members or strangers in times of need. Kindness reflects emotional maturity and gentleness. Emotional maturity is essential for a long-term relationship. A woman who ignores others will eventually pass that trait on to you. Ultimately, your level of kindness towards others will determine how she treats you when things go wrong. And speaking of which, the eighth quality is that you feel emotionally secure with her. Well, so you're not always careful in your actions, you're not always in control of your anger, and you don't expose yourself to any exaggerated reactions. You can speak frankly without fear of punishment later. You can raise any issue without it turning into a personal attack. You can agree without being labeled cruel, indifferent, or a troublemaker. This sense of emotional security allows trust to grow naturally, and trust, in turn, enhances attraction over time. When emotional security is lacking, men tend to withdraw even in their absence, which can cause women to worry or test them, ultimately leading to the end of the relationship. Intimacy cannot last if honesty is perceived as a threat. The absence of this other characteristic is a silent killer of relationships. The ninth characteristic is consistency in life's path. Shared values and compatible beliefs minimize disagreements. You don't need to match in hobbies or personality at all, but your priorities should align: lifestyle, long-term goals, family values, finances, and philosophy. Compromising fundamental principles or core values is not necessary to maintain peace. Disagreement creates constant tension. Many relationships fail due to inconsistent leadership. In fact, my video, which demonstrates whether you are truly compatible or merely comfortable, plays a significant role in illustrating this point. Her character is wonderful. She is loyal. Deep loyalty creates peace. When a woman is loyal, her heart is at ease. She doesn't constantly check her phone wondering who's watching her. She doesn't flirt with other men, doesn't consider alternatives, and doesn't cross boundaries and call it harmless. Instead, she hangs up immediately when another man crosses the line, not because you asked her to, but because she respects the relationship and respects you. Loyalty isn't limited to intimacy. It also includes relying on her for support, especially when you disagree with others, staying together, and resolving conflicts amicably. Loyalty allows a man to focus on his goals, build his future, and reach his full potential. Finally, when trust is absent, fear replaces attraction. The 11th characteristic is polarization, a concept that is often misunderstood. There is a crisis of masculinity that no one is allowed to talk about, but polarization is not about roles or subordination. It is about power. Most men are masculine by nature, and some are more independent or more feminine in their power. None of the above is wrong. What's important is that the woman he chooses grants him the appropriate degree of political influence. Feminine power doesn't mean subservience, but rather submission. She doesn't turn everything into a power struggle. She can express her choices without controlling every decision. There's a warmth, gentleness, and acceptance that naturally invites the other to lead. When leadership is necessary but not coercive or confrontational, it's the mutual strength that keeps the connection alive over time. When two people compete for dominance, intimacy is lost. When both lead, love, and guidance are absent, when energies complement each other rather than clash, the relationship grows stronger and more resilient. In short, balance is what keeps the spark alive. Without it, attraction fades. Her 12th personality is generous and reciprocal. The relationship is mutual. She can pamper you without being a mother. She allows you to see things for yourself rather than being overly independent. She notices when you take pride in the simplest things and celebrate your accomplishments. This also allows you to be with him without resistance or feelings of helplessness. There's a true balance. There's no guilt that causes exhaustion, but rather a natural and honest exchange that fosters intimacy. Relationships flourish when both parties feel appreciated for what they give and receive. So the next quality that many women struggle to acquire is the 14th, taking responsibility. Responsibility builds trust faster than ever before. When a woman takes responsibility, you can feel comfortable around her. Not because she's perfect or always right or wrong, but because she's honest with herself. She makes mistakes and admits them. Forget about taking responsibility and accepting it. She apologizes, doesn't distort history, doesn't change it, and doesn't leave the problem to you. Responsibility keeps disagreements clean and prevents grudges from festering. Those who don't take responsibility will find a way to blame others. It's not about feeling guilty. It's about taking the best course of action. You were laid off due to layoffs. It's not your fault, but you can find another job. Did you forget your anniversary? It's not your fault you forgot. She can apologize for overreacting and remind you next year. We all need to hold on to what's ours. Well, this is a rare and very important trait in a woman because it makes you feel like you're overlooking a man even if he hasn't treated you badly. Next, we'll look at 3 traits you should avoid. The 15th trait is that she values honesty. You can tell her the truth without fear. Not because you always agree with her, but because she values trust and wants to be heard so she can learn. You might tell her something that bothers you, or perhaps that you did something wrong. Well, she doesn't explode with anger, she doesn't embarrass herself, and she doesn't put it off. Ladies, do you hear me? Instead, she takes a deep breath and considers your point of view. Laughter. She appreciates your honesty even if it hurts her feelings. This provides her with emotional security without emotional drama, and this emotional security allows the intimacy to grow and strengthen instead of falling apart. Men stop engaging when honesty is punished. Relationships, too, stop when they're destroyed. The bottom line, if honesty costs you peace, silence will eventually take its place. No one is perfect. We're all evolving. You can overlook flaws, compromise on some choices, and grow together. But there are 3 crucial points to keep in mind. Things don't get better with time. They get worse. They pay a heavy price if you ignore them initially. First, she harbors resentment against men. She may seem intelligent, perceptive, and emotionally intelligent, but she listens intently. Does she talk about men's grievances? That's a warning sign. Does she blame the patriarchy for her poor choices? She hasn't done anything wrong, but you're being punished for being a man. You feel like you're being blamed for something you didn't do, like you constantly have to prove you're different. More importantly, you can't earn the respect of someone who's angry at your entire gender. Secondly, she believes women are superior to men. This is very similar. She doesn't want equality. She wants power, and she believes she deserves it simply for being a woman. No matter how hard you try, it will never be enough. And no matter what you achieve, you'll feel exhausted. She'll correct your mistakes, secretly embarrass you, and mock your masculinity. Over time, you'll lose confidence. When a man feels inferior, desire fades. Most importantly, if you talk about equality while treating him as if he's beneath you, that's a red flag. Okay, before we reveal the 3rd surprising trait to avoid in women, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Did I say that? I apologize if I did. Thank you in advance for saying so, and thank you for watching. 3rd, she competes with you. This is one of the most destructive dynamics in a relationship. Instead of collaborating to solve the problem or face the world, you test and outdo each other in ways that undermine your self-confidence or masculinity. You weaken. Arguments become a competition to win, and power becomes money. This isn't love. Sorry, Pat Benatar. Love is a battleground. Intimacy can't be competitive. More importantly, she can't love and respect you if she has to win. The truth is, most men realize this too late. Attraction might drive you to break up, but it's behavior that will determine whether your life with her is peaceful or a constant state of tension and chaos. You might be intensely attracted to a woman and feel completely exhausted every day. You might love her and feel stressed at home. True commitment is about consistency. The right woman doesn't wear you down. She brings you comfort, warmth, and stability. Women with these qualities don't turn relationships into a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. Absolutely, this applies to both men and women. If you desire a woman like her, you must be a balanced, calm, self-respecting, ambitious, and imperfect man, but certainly a determined one. Choosing a woman is one of the most important decisions a man makes. Choose based on how she treats you and how you feel about life with her. With my sincere love and appreciation, may God bless you.